Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Count here with a brand new Pokémon GO discussion video, and today I wanted to talk about something that I'm actually quite surprised that not a lot of players have been discussing, and that is the lack of Hisuian Pokémon in Pokémon GO. Now recently we had the release of Pokémon Legends Arceus for the Nintendo Switch, and you would think that Niantic would have a tie-in event to the release of this game that would introduce a whole bunch of Hisuian form Pokémon into Pokémon GO. But for some reason or another, they have decided not to do that, and I do think it's for a couple of different reasons. I'm going to be discussing all of that in today's video, so let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Alrighty, so let's talk about Hisuian Pokemon. Now, when it comes to Pokemon Legends Arceus, I really do think that it's kind of taken up all of the Pokemon hype as of late, and I really do think that Niantic is missing the mark by not capitalizing on that hype. They could have had a bunch of tie-in events in Pokemon GO that would have generated a lot of hype for Pokemon GO, but instead they have kind of opted to ignore it. I mean, of course we did get the release of Hisuian Voltorb with a mini event in Pokemon GO, but I really do think that they could have done a lot more, because with Pokemon Legends Arceus, they introduced a whole bunch of Hisuian Pokemon that I really do think a lot of players would find interesting, and I do think it's a huge missed opportunity. When it comes to the Hisuian Pokemon, here are the Pokemon that they could have released: Growlithe, Arcanine, Electrode, which I'm actually kind of surprised that they did not release with Voltorb. They also have Typhlosion, Qwilfish, Sneasel, Samurott, Braviary, Sliggoo, Goodra, Avalugg, which was actually recently introduced into Pokemon GO, and then of course there's a couple of Hisuian exclusive evolutions, like Sneasler, which is an evolution for a Sneasel, and then Overqwil, which is finally an evolution for Qwilfish. I honestly think they could have done some really cool things with these Pokemon being released into Pokemon GO, and I really would have wanted a Hisuian Growlithe. I think that's one of the coolest Hisuian forms that we've had so far. And of course, when it comes to the legendaries, it would have been really cool if this was their way of introducing Arceus into Pokemon GO. They could have had a really cool Arceus themed event that would have taken up most of February. Like, I'm really sad to see that they've kind of missed this opportunity. I don't know if it was because they just did not have any communication with the Pokémon Company regarding this, or this was something that the Pokémon Company decided and it's something that Niantic had no control over. I mean, I really do think that this would have been really awesome for Pokemon GO, especially right now because leading up to the Johto Tour event, I really feel like the events have been kind of underhyped. They really haven't done too many interesting things with Pokemon GO, like they've been following the same format for quite a while now. I mean, of course, recently we did have the introduction of Community Day Classics, which interestingly enough, Niantic is actually asking for feedback regarding that feature from the community, and I have to say, I have really positive things to say regarding Community Day Classic, but of course that's not exactly what we're talking about here. I really do think that for the next couple of events that happen in February, they should really lean into these new Hisuian Pokemon. I really do think there's a lot of stuff that they could add to Pokemon GO that would be extremely exciting and just really fun for players to collect. It's not like Hisuian Pokemon are unpopular. There's a lot of Pokemon in this list of Hisuian forms that I'm sure a lot of players would be interested in getting. And for some of the Pokemon that we currently have, it would be really interesting to see alternate forms for those Pokemon and see if they make any difference in the Go Battle League. Like in the past, we saw that with the introduction of Alolan Stunfisk as well as Galarian Zigzagoon. Like once these Pokemon were obtainable, it shook up the meta in the Go Battle League, and it would have been really nice if we could have seen that with the Hisuian forms, but unfortunately because we only have one of them released into Pokemon GO, we really do not have that sort of variety in the Go Battle League right now. But yeah, maybe it's just an issue of timing. Like Niantic does have some really cool plans for these Hisuian forms and how they want to release them, but because it seems like they're not striking while the iron is hot, I really do not know if introducing any of these Hisuian forms, let's say a month from now, is going to generate the same amount of hype that they would have if they released it at the beginning of February. We'll just have to wait and see. I do predict that we will start seeing some of these Hisuian forms really soon here, and I'm really curious to know if they are going to make any sort of impact in Pokemon GO's gameplay. I do predict that we are going to see a couple of Pokemon that are going to be relevant in the Go Battle League, but it would be really nice if some of these Pokemon had some really cool moves and some really nice stats that would make them some solid raid attackers as well. Now let me finish this video off by giving you one of my theories regarding why they are holding off on these Hisuian forms, and it may be because of Decidueye. I really do think we're going to see Rowlet introduced into Pokemon GO very soon, and I wonder if Niantic is holding off on releasing the Hisuian forms because they also want to include Hisuian Decidueye into their batch of Hisuian releases. We just don't know, but I really am curious to see why Niantic has held off on releasing these Pokemon forms, because I really do think it could be a good thing for Pokemon GO if they were to expedite their releases. But as of right now, a lot of the community hype is surrounding the Johto Tour event, because within a couple of weeks we're going to have this landmark event, and I really do think it's going to take up all of the hype and all of the community eyes when it comes to this game. I'm really excited about the Johto Tour event, don't get me wrong, but it would have been really cool if we had some more Hisuian forms being released into Pokemon GO leading up to that landmark event. We'll just have to see how the events end up panning out in the month of February. I mean, we are getting a Pokeball themed event really soon here, and I do predict that we may at least see Hisuian Electrode being added into the game, because that was something that they hinted at when they released Hisuian Voltorb. I thought it was really odd that we couldn't evolve Hisuian Voltorb into Hisuian Electrode, but I digress. Maybe Niantic has very specific plans that are actually going to be really hype. And I do think it's worth mentioning that we will most likely see Arceus released into Pokemon GO sometime later this year, and that is of course because there really hasn't been too many new legendaries added into Pokemon GO, and I really do think this is the time that we will see this Pokemon be added into the game. And I'm really curious to see how they're going to do all the different colorations of Arceus, because that was a fundamental mechanic in the mainstream games. And yes, we do also have new Hisuian forms of a bunch of legendaries, and I do think it's going to be really exciting when Niantic finally releases those as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I just wanted to talk about this because I really haven't seen too many discussions regarding the lack of Hisuian Pokemon, but I would love to know your thoughts down below. What are you excited about when it comes to Hisuian Pokemon, and what exactly are your thoughts on why Niantic is not releasing these Pokemon into Pokemon GO? Definitely share those thoughts down below in the comment section, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I am Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.